Hello, beautiful people. I'm so excited. In today's video, I am going to be talking about the reasons I decided to move to Vietnam. All right, so there are 4 reasons that I decided to move to Vietnam. Reason number 1, the weather. So I am from Colorado, and in Colorado, it tends to get pretty cold in the winter, like very cold. And I don't like the cold at all. 0. So about 2 years ago, it was winter, and I was sitting behind my desk with a little heater, and I was like, this is so stupid. Oh, I need to move somewhere warmer. And from that point on, I started looking for places I wanted to move. Initially, I started in the US, and then I decided to teach English abroad. So I knew I wanted to live somewhere warm. Thankfully, Ho Chi Minh City has 2 seasons, and both of them are warm. I love it. The second reason that I decided to move to Vietnam was because of the cost of living. I mentioned it in a previous video, but something that was really important to me in this season and when I decided to move was being able to stand on my own 2 feet in a number of different areas. And the cost of living here is so much less than it is in the United States. And I knew that I could really make it work and stand on my own 2 feet. And so that was an added bonus. I loved it. The third reason that I decided to move here was because I wanted to learn Vietnamese. So when I first came out here, probably within 2 weeks, I realized how underrated this country is. You're still like really fascinated and everything's really new, and there's definitely, for sure, as an American, there is definitely culture shock. There's so many like cool, crazy things that happen here. But one of the big things that I realized was that there's so much opportunity. And for whatever reason, a lot of people focus on Japan, Korea, Taiwan, China, and Vietnam gets overlooked. And I'm like, it's crazy to me. And so I knew very quickly after being here that I needed to learn Vietnamese for whatever future endeavor I wanted to do in Vietnam. And I believe that everyone should learn a second language, but I put it on my list of languages to learn because it would just, 1, it's a really cool language, and 2, it's gonna help, right? It's going to help me accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. It's going to help me connect with people, and gain their respect, and also like know if people are cheating me or not cheating me, right? Like that's important to know when you're doing business. So that was the third, the third reason. And then the final reason, when I finished doing what I was doing here, why I initially came, I was at a point where I needed to make a decision. I knew that I needed to go back home and pack everything up, and I'd already given my boss 2 weeks notice that like this is, or a month's notice. I gave her like a month. I was like, I'm coming back for a month, but I'm not coming back to the job. And at that time, I was trying to decide, where am I going to go? I had taken Korea off the table because I don't like being cold. I needed to thaw out. But that left, I could go to Taiwan, I could go to China, I could go to Thailand. I could go a lot of places. I could go to Central or South America. And I was really trying to think, like, where do I go? And to be honest, the place that gave me the most peace was Vietnam. So for me in life, when I have peace that goes beyond all understanding, that is how I know I'm completely safe. In every crazy, cracked out situation I've been in, I've had this peace, and I've always ended up being safe. And I really believe that that's God just being like, I want you, boop, right there. And so Taiwan, I didn't have peace. It seemed amazing. Didn't have peace. Thailand, I was not about Thailand. Still to this day, I'm just not about Thailand. It's amazing beaches. I want to just say that. They have beautiful beaches. We just don't vibe. I don't know. China was that was a no-go. Other places, every place that like, I wrote a list, and every place where I just like prayed about it, I did not have peace until I got to Vietnam, which was at the bottom of my list, which was really interesting. And so with that being said, I was like, cool, I will come back to Ho Chi Minh City. And that is how I decided to move here. Those are the four, well, that's not how I decided, but those are the four big reasons I decided to move to Vietnam.
I never thought I'd still be here, holding you down like I do, 'cause maybe you got that something, yeah.